leave that. Okay, let me make this abundantly clear. Let me make this abundantly clear. I am wasted. Saying that up front. It's 3 in the morning. I'm watching uh, Norm. Yeah, Norm just recently passed. Really sad. So I'm watching the Norm show on YouTube. Anyway, I took a break from that real quick to state about well, about passing of people in our lives, people we've loved, people we've known all our lives. So yeah, I'm saying this in very broad terms because apparently talking about it in very specific terms is apparently frowned upon by other people. Yes. So I'm gonna keep this broad as much as I can. So yes, people, people in our lives, people we've known, and people we don't know personally, but we've loved watching. Norm Macdonald. I remember back when he was on SNL originally, before they fired him because apparently he wasn't funny. And then about a year later, they brought him back to host. SNL is very weird that way, where they tell people, okay, time to, you know, get going. Like, there's the door, actor, and it's like they then go out into Hollywood and became like massive stars, and then they say, "Oh yeah," and then come back for the reunion or to host. They did that like a dozen times. It's really weird. But a lot of stars did get started on SNL before they became, they became moderate stars before they became mega stars. Yeah, but SNL is really weird with them because they'll kiss your ass, and then the next minute they'll kick your ass out, and then they'll kiss your ass again to bring you back for a brief moment. So yeah, it's weird. But yeah, I remember watching Norm Macdonald and only getting most of the jokes or part of the jokes. The ones I got the most were the O.J. Simpson jokes because they were adult jokes, and I was a child at the time. So yeah, my brother would laugh. My brothers would laugh hysterically at SNL jokes. Yeah, I remember seeing my brother just up late at night watching SNL, and he would be laughing. He loved it. I remember SNL being funny back then a lot more. But yeah, consistently funnier back then. Um, but yeah, people in our lives, you know, people in our lives you could not imagine living without. Like, how would I function? I remember being 6 years old and thinking, without that person, life just loses all meaning. I remember just lying there, you know, just every last bit of joy and self-preservation and everything just drain right out of you. Like, without that person, then what's the point of life? And what's the point of me? At 6 years old, that's rather very depressing, which is what it was. It was a very depressing afternoon, apparently. But yeah, but you have these people in your lives, and eventually you realize you grow up enough that you realize that you're not dependent on them. In the moment, I remember the moment when I realized that I was not dependent on that person as much as I was. And it scared me because love and dependence are two different things. And when I felt I was less dependent on someone, I confused it for loving that person less. It took me a while to understand that that was dependence and not love. It was rather a very enlightening process. And you come to realize, oh, that was just dependence. Silly me. But yeah, it's been 10 years since that passing. And I've come on such a long way. I am stronger. I strive so hard to not give up that I have to be my own cheerleader. It helps when I talk to my dad and my brother, about things. And to not give up when I feel like the bottom just falls out of this thing and everything has come to a grinding halt and you are just stuck there in this emotional tar and you cannot get out of it easily and you have to force yourself out of it. It's very difficult. But there are brief moments where you see it in your mind vividly for a brief moment, the strength of your predecessors, the people who have come before you. And you see that strength and you're inspired by it. Can't always hold it in your mind, but very not as always not very clearly, but you see it. So there was this constant struggle to keep trying in the face of everything, face of every hardship, every setback. You realize they've been through all the same stuff you've been through. They were my they were good people. Flawed. Very flawed, yes. Same as me, same as everyone else. Heavily flawed, but still good people. Still well intentioned, and still loved. Despite all the character flaws and failings. Because you knew they meant well, and they meant well. Not that they always succeeded at it, but then who does? But they weren't the villains of their stories, they were just people. No, villains were other people, trust me. There were other villains, trust me. Other assholes who thought, you know, that being themselves was okay. And it's like, no, you are the asshole. Don't. There's no confusion about that. Despite what they tell themselves. Criminy. And you thought you were a good person? Why? Anyway, that's other people we're not related to, so don't worry about it. But yeah, living without people you've known and loved your whole life, and people you don't know, you've only heard about, is rather trying. It really is. It's taxing on the psyche. But I persevered in my 10 years. I've done everything on my own. I've built this. You can see behind me. I've mentioned I've built this brick by brick. That's what I did. No one to blame but myself, and no one to congratulate but myself. Yeah. But now with the second job, I'll have more income, and then I can do more, have more. I can get a bigger place. I can save up. I can get other things. Just get my life going a bit more. She always wanted me to be more independent and capable. And that's what I am doing right now. Doing what anyone would have wanted out of life. Excel. So to you, Norm MacDonald, I say thank you for all the laughs. And to family members who have passed, thanks for all the laughs and everything else. Because I honestly do love that person very, very much. But that person knows what that person meant to me. She wasn't perfect, but she was my elder. Anyway, I'll let you all go to sleep now. Take care. And hey, you get a chance, tell your elders you love them too. But only the ones that treat you right, not the ones that treat you like shit. But the ones that treat you like shit for no goddamn reason whatsoever don't deserve your love. My elders do deserve my love. They were good people. Heavily flawed, but good people. You would have liked them too. Anyway, see y'all at the movies. Oh, and happy birthday, bro. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to text that to you. I'll try to get that out as soon as I can. Maybe we'll hang out soon. Alright, take care.